Welcome back to Trust in God, where we walk through the Shaloms with faith and purpose. If you're just joining us, we invite you to watch our previous devotionals from Shaloms 1 through 10, each one a powerful step in our spiritual journey. Today we open Shalom 11, a short but bold declaration of trust in God when the world seems unstable. David reminds us that even when foundations are shaken, the Lord remains seated on his throne. Stay with us as we uncover the layers of this Shalom, and be sure to subscribe so you won't miss the next message in Shalom 12 and beyond. David opens with a statement of unshakable trust. In the Lord I take refuge. This is more than words. It's a declaration of where his heart finds shelter when fear rises. When the world urges him to flee like a bird, David refuses. Why? Because his faith is not in his circumstances, but in his God. If you've ever been tempted to run from your problems, pause. Let this verse call you back to trust, not escape. If this speaks to your heart, like this video and comment. My refuge is in God. Subscribe to stay strong in the Word. The voice of fear speaks. Flee the wicked, bend their bows. What can the righteous do? It's the cry of panic, of despair, of collapsing systems. It sounds modern, doesn't it? But here's the truth David reminds us of. Even when human foundations crumble, God's foundation remains firm. In a time of moral confusion, political instability, or personal chaos, remember, God's throne hasn't moved. Encouraged? Share this with someone who needs to be reminded that God is still in control. David shifts our focus heavenward. The Lord is not idle or absent. He is watching. Not watching to condemn, but to test hearts, weigh motives, and see who truly trusts him. For the righteous, this is comforting. For the wicked, it is sobering. God isn't blind to injustice or suffering. He sees, he knows, and he tests his people to refine, not to crush. Let this verse reassure you. God sees what you're going through, and he hasn't turned away. If this truth gives you peace, comment "God sees me" below. And don't forget to subscribe to Trust in God for more truth like this. Here David reminds us that God is a God of justice. His holiness demands that wickedness be confronted. Fire and burning wind symbolize his righteous judgment. This may seem harsh to modern ears, but without justice, there can be no peace. The good news? God's wrath is not for those who seek him. It is a warning to the proud and comfort for the oppressed. If you long for justice in a broken world, know that God has not forgotten. The Shalom ends with a promise. The righteous will see God's face. What a hope this is, to live not in fear, but in the assurance that we will one day behold the one who holds it all together. This is the reward of the faithful, not just safety, but intimacy with God. Keep your eyes on him. The day will come when fear fades and faith becomes sight. Type, "I will see his face" in the comments if you believe this promise. And make sure you're subscribed to Trust in God for Shalom 12 and the journey ahead. Thank you for joining us for this powerful devotional on Shalom 11. In a time when the world tells us to run and hide, this Shalom reminds us to stand firm and trust the God who sits enthroned above it all. If this message encouraged you, please like this video, comment your thoughts or favorite verse, and subscribe to Trust in God so you don't miss the rest of the Shaloms. Be sure to catch up on Shaloms 1 through 10 and join us next for Shalom 12, where we dive into God's response to lies, flattery, and the cries of the poor. Together, we're growing in faith, one Shalom at a time.